Okay, so if you are feeling hungry all the time and you think that this is the number one reason that stops you from losing the weight you want, I want you to know that you are not alone. When I ask women why they have a hard time to lose weight, one of the three top answers I get is because I am hungry, I need to eat all the time, and I can't manage my hunger. And so this is very common. You are not alone, but at the same time, this is something we need to address. If you want to lose weight, you want to be able to answer to this issue. And in fact, there are three reasons why you are feeling hungry all the time. Two reasons are not related to food, and the third one is related to food. And I want to address all three of them. So, the first reason why you may feel hungry all the time is it can be because you are feeling tired, you are looking for a kick of energy, and consciously or unconsciously, you know that eating will help you to get that boost of energy. So you are feeling hungry, you are not getting enough sleep, enough rest, and so you instead of getting more sleep, you are eating more to compensate that lack of rest. It happens to in many different situations. I have clients who have young children that have to keep up with their energy, their level of energy, and they can't get enough rest. And sometimes once the children go to bed, then they have to work to prepare their next day or whatever reason. So they are not getting enough sleep. For other women I work with, they are in their perimenopause and menopause days. And so sleep becomes, in those days, a problem. It can become challenging. And again, they are not getting enough sleep because of those hormonal changes. And there can be many other reasons why sleep can be a challenge for women, and it can be one of the reasons why you are feeling hungry all the time, because you know, again, consciously or unconsciously, that if you are eating, you will give yourself that boost of energy. And although this is a short-term solution, it is not sustainable, because the sleep deprivation is a real problem that you need to address, and this is something we need to look at, and that we also address if you join my program. If you are in my program, you know that this is something we address, because sleep deprivation is really a problem that you can't ignore, and you can't just compensate the lack of sleep with eating more. So that's the first reason. That may be the first reason why you are lacking sleep. You feel hungry all the time. The second reason you may want to eat all the time and feel hungry all the time is also something not related to food. Remember, I said there are three reasons, and the two first reasons are not related to food. So the second reason you may be feeling hungry and wanting to eat all the time is because eating helps you to divert you from something that's going on in your day. Can be because of boredom, can be because you are stressed out, can be can be any kind of emotional eating. And this has been science proved over and over and over. Eating releases those chemicals that are in our bodies that are called endorphin, and this helps us to feel good. These are the good feel good hormones. And eating helps us to feel good in the moment and to face some sort of emotion going on in our life. The emotion can be negative or positive. Some people are used to eat or celebrate with food or with a beverage, with an alcoholic beverage when they have some good news. Many people do that, right? We even celebrate a New Year with a glass of champagne or whatever. And so eating for emotional reasons is also something that happens more often than you may know or you may want to recognize. I had this discussion with one of my clients lately. She said, I have no emotional problem. I am not an emotional person. I don't have any emotional problem. And turns out she had a very busy life. She made her life so busy that she was always running from one point to the other point to the other point. And eating was a way for her to pause and to have a break. She self-imposed that very active life and rhythm to herself, but at the same time, she wanted some break, and the break for her was eating something. It wasn't something substantial. It wasn't having a huge meal. It was eating a little bit here, a little bit there, and it was giving herself a break from her busy life. And so when we dig deep into these reasons and the way her daily life was going, she was surprised to notice that she was eating a lot more than she expected, just because she wanted to authorize herself to have those breaks. So when we talk about emotional eating, many times people think we are talking about depression, or this is not the case. It can be just boredom. It can just be, it can be very light. Emotional eating means that you are eating for other reasons than feeling hungry. And although you think you are hungry, it's because your brain has associated these two. I feel this emotion. I'm stressed out, I'm angry, I'm bored, I am exhausted, I want any kind of distraction, so it means I am hungry. And this is not the lack of food. It's not about food, as I said. This is something else. This is about eating without really being hungry, but the hunger sensation is associated with something else, with some sort of emotion. So this was the second reason why you may be wanting to eat all the time and you feel hungry all the time, because this is the signal for you that you can do something else. And now the third reason why you may be feeling hungry and wanting to eat all the time. And the third reason is just because you are hungry, because you are, for some reason, you have decided or you have been told by some diets that if you want to lose weight, you need to eat less. You need to reduce your portions and or to cut out some foods from what you are eating. So it is, you think that in order to lose weight, you have to be deprived, to get yourself deprived, either in terms of portions or in terms of the foods you are eating. And so you are not eating enough to feel satisfied and to get the pleasure through eating. And if this is the situation, you need to eat, right? You can't lose weight in the long run if you are feeling hungry all the time and if you are underfeeding yourself. Working on the quantities is the first reflex, the first type of thought we have, all right? I want to lose weight, so I need to eat less. And it's probably the case. I mean, if you are overweight, if you think you have to lose some weight, it's probably because you are eating more than your body needs. But you can't get there just by deciding from outside that you will reduce the portions, or because some app, some diet tells you this is the quantity you need to eat. You really need to find your own portions. Because if you're reducing the portions, here's what happens. At the beginning, it will work, okay? You will lose some weight, you will be happy, you will see the scale going down, or maybe your clothes will fit looser, and you will feel it or see in the mirror or whatever. You will have, you will notice some change and you will be happy. But then what happens? If this is something artificial, if it's something that comes from outside, because you have decided, because an app, a diet or something has told you to reduce the quantities to this portion, and this is not the right portion for you, you will feel hungry. And what happens is that you will either at some point give up, right? Say, okay, I'm done. I can't keep up with this. And you will eat and probably binge eat to compensate all the frustration, even if it's in the kind of the food you are restricting yourself. It can be about the quantities, it can be also the categories of food. Or you are somebody very strong-willed. I have also seen some women like that. They are very strong-willed, and they will, although they are white knuckling themselves, they will continue, by the force of their self-discipline, and they will continue. And then what happens is your body will react to this lack of food, this arbitrary lack of food, and it will adjust itself to spend less energy to match this lack of energy. So the first day's result you saw, you were excited. Oh, I'm losing weight because just I arbitrarily decided to eat less. These results won't continue, and that's when you will say, oh, I'm on a plateau, I'm stalling, it's not working anymore. And if you are really overly strong-willed and you continue in this process, it can even become dangerous for your health. Just think about it, that when people are doing a hunger strike, what happens is that at some point they are losing cells, not only fat, they are losing some cells. They are losing muscle cells, but they are also losing kidney cells, liver cells, cells all over the body. That's why you can't decide, I will only lose belly fat. That's not how it works. If your body needs to go and find the energy inside itself, in your cells, at some point it won't differentiate what it is using, and it in an extreme situation can become dangerous for your health. So losing weight by reducing arbitrarily the quantities you are eating, by reducing your portions from outside because you were told that's how much you need to eat, or because you were told, or because you have decided to do it, it never works on the long run. You will either give up, or your body will react. And as I said, in the extreme situations, it can even become dangerous. And if you are hungry because you are feeling hungry, you are truly hungry, you need to eat more. And you need to find your own portions. And this is something we work on In my program, it's eating less doesn't mean eating arbitrarily less. It means finding the right portion for you. It needs to be related to your bodily sensations. It needs to give you the sensation of being satisfied. And satisfied doesn't mean feeling full and stuffed. It means being satisfied, feeling satisfied. And this is something that it is unique to you, and you need to find. And there are methods for that. And this is something I teach you inside my program. So I hope this helps. 3 reasons, just to recap, 3 reasons why you are feeling hungry, lack of sleep, emotional eating, or you are truly hungry, and we need to address each one of them. And if you are interested to learn more about how you can do each one of these, send me a reply back to the email, or send me a DM. I don't know where you are seeing this video. Send me the word hunger, and we will chat through it and see how I can help. That's it. See you next time.